This slide we have completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before starting the new slide, that is the rules relating to proposal. If there are any questions, then go ahead and ask the questions. If there is any doubt, any ambiguity at any point, then please come up with a question. So I got no question. So let us proceed further then. Okay. So previous discussion is basically related to the definition of proposal, to the examples of the proposal, meaning of proposal, and just an elaboration about what proposal is, how it is given, and in what ways it can be given. So today's discussion will be related to the rules related to proposal. So while giving a proposal, the proposal should be given in a legal format. That means law have prescribed that how the proposal to be given. That means what are the elements we need to consider. So we have to follow certain rules, legal rules, for the formation of a contract, for giving a proposal. That proposal must contain the rules, legal rules. So these are the rules which we are going to discuss. Then I'll shift to acceptance. Okay. So the first rule regarding the proposal, that it must be communicated. So very important that whenever a proposal is given, whoever is giving a proposal, that means a proposer, have to ensure that the proposal must reaches to the other party. In case if the proposal not reaches, we cannot say proposal is complete. That means when it comes to the knowledge of the other party, the law says the proposal is communicated or the proposal is complete. And the proposer, that means who is giving a proposal, have to ensure this, that a proposal should be communicated to the other party. This is a duty and responsibility of the proposer itself, who or offerer itself, who is giving a proposal, to ensure this, that the proposal must reaches to the other party. So let me put some example for this. Abhishek Chandra, whether you are in a class.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Abhishek. So Abhishek, regarding this point, rule relating to proposal, I am giving you a proposal for entering into a contract. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So then you just have to either accept it or reject it. Okay. So
Okay,
please
sir.
listen the proposal very carefully. So Abhishek, I want to sell my trees and for rupees 10,000.
Sell what?
Exactly. So what happened? Abhishek not able to hear the proposal clearly because I missed main word that I want to sell what. So here in the case, the proposal doesn't seems to be communicated. So it's my duty to clarify this, that what I want to sell. So it is the proposal is not communicated. So if I am thinking that the proposal is complete because I have stated it, but it doesn't reaches to the other party. So Abhishek not able to hear the proposal clearly. So in this case, proposal not communicated. So that means I have to reiterate my proposal. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Abhishek. I hope you understand what I want to clarify.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, let us check one more example. So, Afsana asked me whether you are in a
Yes,
class.
sir. Yes, yes, sir. Can you give me a minute, sir?
I'm giving you a minute.
Yes, sir. Hello? Excuse me, sir.
Afsana, please switch on your video also.
Uh, sir, my video is not coming for some reason.
Like what?
It's going blank. It's
Switch it
switched
on,
on.
then okay, I think it's
Yes, sir.
on, but
It's
it's not showing. Okay. So, Afsana, I hope you are getting what we were discussing.
yes, sir.
So, we were discussing that this is a major rule that the proposal must be communicated to the other party, and whoever is giving a proposal, he or she have to ensure this that it must reaches to the other party. Only then we can say that the proposal is communicated. So I am discussing the situation where parties are face to face. That means oral communication is there and parties are giving a proposal to each other, to other party orally. Okay, verbal communication. So I am
Yes, sir.
giving you one proposal and you just have to either accept or reject. Okay, just listen it
Yes, sir.
very carefully. The proposal. So Afsana, I want to sell my
Yes, sir.
bike to you for rupees 10,000.
Sir, can you repeat?
I have given a proposal to you. What
Sir, I
happened?
couldn't hear you
Why?
because of some background sound.
Yes. So I want to elaborate on this that in oral communication, what happened? Many times it happens when we are communicating anything orally. There may be background sound and there may
Yes, sir.
be sound of so many things. So this is my responsibility and my duty because I want you to enter into a contract. So I have to ensure this. I deliberately done what? I deliberately used my bell so as to make a background sound
Yes,
so
sir.
that there will be a disturbance, and you should know that it is my responsibility and duty that if I want to enter into a contract with you, if I want to convince you, I have to ensure this that my proposal must reaches to you in a very clear manner. Okay, it must be
Yes, sir.
clearly stated to you. So this is my responsibility. Only then we can say the proposal is communicated. Afsana,
Yes, sir.
thank you. You can mute
Thank
yourself.
you, sir.
Now, uh, the situation which we have discussed is situation basically related to where parties are face to face. Now, there are situations where we write to other party. That means proposal in writing. So whenever the proposal we give in writing, either we can share it in not by post directly we can share it, or we can send the proposal by post also. So let me just ask Biswajit Mohanty, roll number 35. Biswajit is here.
Yes, sir.
So Biswajit, I have written a proposal to you and I have sent that proposal by a post. That means I have done a speed post to you at your address so that you check it, and I have tried to convince you to enter into a contract with me. But what happened? That is my mistake, that I have written a wrong address. Okay. But from my side, proposal is sent.
Yes.
Whether you are entering into a contract with me.
No, sir, I haven't received what you have proposed.
Okay. So whenever we write a proposal, even in writing, when we are sending a proposal by post, so I have to ensure this, that it must reaches to the other party. So when I'm doing in speed post or whatever post I am doing, I have to check the address. That address must be correct, and it must reaches to the other party. If it does not reaches, that the proposal is not complete. Thank you, Biswajit. You can switch it off. You can mute yourself. So this is the first rule regarding the proposal, that it must be communicated. Okay. The second is it must be certain and definite. All right. So this, though we have discussed so many examples related to this, that proposal must be clear, with clear terms and condition. If it is not clear, then we cannot say it is a proposal as per law. Okay, now let us check some example. Okay, Afreen, you were in a class?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Afreen. Please switch on your video also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Afreen, so are you getting what we were discussing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Afreen, the second rule is it must be definite and certain. That means must be clear, with clear
Yes, sir.
terms and condition, must not be ambiguous. So there's a proposal from my side to you. I want to sell my cell phone for rupees 5,000 to you. Would you like to purchase?
Sir, which phone? And I would need every details about it. Then only I will purchase from you.
Okay, very good, Afsana. So she has
Free.
rightly pointed out that when I have said that I want to sell my cell phone to Afreen for rupees 5,000, so she has clearly stated that the proposal is not actually as per law because it is ambiguous. So Afreen has clarified this perspective, that which company it is, what is the status of a cell phone, whether it is working or not, okay, how much old it is, because that is ambiguous. So this cannot be a legal proposal, because I have hidden all the details. I've just stated I want to sell my cell phone to Afreen. So it must be certain, it must be definite. That means I must give all the details in the proposal itself. So Afreen, thank you very much. You can switch off your video also.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so let us proceed further. Paushali Ghosh. I don't know. Roll number 63.
Yes, sir. Sir, just a minute. Yes, sir.
Okay. So Paushali, similarly, to make the things clarify, I'm giving a proposal to you. You just think on this proposal and just check. I just want your reaction, that what you are reacting on this. So I am a wholesale dealer of the stationery items. Okay, stationery item, you understand?
Yes, sir. Pen,
Copies,
pencil,
pen,
copies.
okay, so I am a wholesale dealer of that. So what happened? I come to your place and I have given a proposal to you stating that I am a big seller and I'm a manufacturer and I'm owing an agency regarding the stationery items. So here is my proposal that I want to sell you 100 pack of registers for rupees 10,000. A pack of 100 register for rupees 10,000.
Rupees 10,000.
So would you like to purchase?
Yes, sir. I mean, like he's a,
But the point, Shali, even if you have accepted it, but are you aware how many pages were there in those register?
no, it is not clearly
Actually, I have
stated.
given only one page.
Yeah, exactly.
Then, so that
Yeah,
means, still the proposal is not clear. I have not given the details, how many pages it contains, what is the quality of a page, whether it is there are lines in the registers, the pages, or it is blank.
blank.
So I hope you got the point.
Yes, sir. We got it.
So this is how any kind of proposal we need to check. Okay, we need to check what that it must contain all the details. It must not be ambiguous.
Details.
So that is the main rule. Okay, thank you, Paushali. You can mute yourself.
Thank you.
So let us proceed further. Object. So main object of a proposal should be to get the assent of that other. That means to whomever we are giving a proposal, our object is to get either the response from the other side. So if the proposal is given just for the sake of giving it and without expecting any response, then we cannot say it's a proposal, because that is a legality, that is a legal rule regarding the proposal, that whatever proposal is given to a party, the object and purpose of that proposal is to get the assent of the other party. Okay, so let us check the example also. Atul Sandeep, roll number 30. Atul, whether
Yes, sir.
you are in the class?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, Atul, switch on your video also.
Yes, sir, I'm switching it on.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir. Am I visible?
So yes, Atul, you are audible and visible clearly. So Atul, I hope you are fine and in good health. Good health.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Atul, one or two examples. Okay, because we are discussing that there should be an object of a proposal to get the assent. Assent here means that the proposer should try that the other party should say yes, so that we can enter into a contract. So Atul, I want to sell my apartment to you, but please don't respond on that. What is your view?
So if I won't give any answer, then how would the proposer will understand that what's my response about it?
Exactly. So how the proposal should be made? That Atul, I want to sell my apartment to you. Apartment specification is this. I want to sell it for this much of amount. Would you like to purchase?
Yes, sir. Now I can give an answer.
This is right, because I'm seeking your acceptance. I want your acceptance. But in that case, you may say yes, you may say no, you may moderate it, you can be silent. You remember in the previous class what we have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no, modification, silence.
Yes, sir. We have.
So the previous proposal which I have given doesn't have any relevancy because there is no object. Okay. So thank you, Atul. You can switch off. You can mute yourself and switch off your video. So there should be an object regarding the proposal to get the assent of the other party. Okay. Fourth point. intention to create a legal relationship. So now this is a very, very important legal rule regarding the proposal, that whatever proposal is being given to the other party, the proposal meant for one thing, that there should be an intention of the parties for the creation of a legal relationship. Creation of a legal relationship here means the contract, that the intention of the party to enter into a contract. That means we need to check with every transaction that whether there's intention to create a legal relationship or not. Okay, so let us check 1, 2 or 3 examples, and with the case also. There is a landmark case, Balfour versus Balfour. So let me check first. Okay, Mansita Mishra, 57. Mansita, whether you are in a class,
Yes, sir.
switch on your video also.
Sir, just a second. Yes, sir.
So Mansita, as we started studying law, so might be many students have started thinking with the legal perspective also. And they may think that they are now getting an expertise on law. So what happened? You yourself wanted to enter into a contract. So what happened? You have created a document and you want a contract with the father. That father, please sign a document that you are going to pay me 5,000 rupees per month, a pocket money. And in return, I'll give you love and affection.
Okay, sir.
So you have written it, you have signed it. You forced your father, please sign the document that you have to pay me 5,000 rupees per month as a pocket money. And I am promising that I'll give you love and affection.
Yes,
Father
sir.
said, okay, fine. So father have also signed. Whether it's a proposal or acceptance or a contract.
No, sir, it's not. Because, sir, my intention is not to create a legal relationship when I say that I'll give you love and affection in return. It is.
Okay. So Mansita is right here that even if Mansita is thinking that, okay, let us enter into a contract with father. But on this note, on this proposal, we cannot create a legal relationship because this proposal cannot stand. There's no legality in the proposal because contractual relationship in this matter cannot be created. The reason for that is a social agreement, that is social arrangement, that is a family matter. So contract cannot be done for sure. So Mansita, thank you. You can switch off your video.
Okay, sir.
Now, regarding this case, Balfour and Balfour, this is a very interesting case, case related to husband and wife. So what happened? There's a place named as Ceylon, Ceylon. So husband and wife living together at that place. Now, husband and wife have taken an off. That means they went to London for the holidays. And when they reaches London, so Mr. Balfour's wife, Mrs. Balfour, why it is written as Balfour versus Balfour? Because this is a case between husband and wife. So Mrs. Balfour gets sick. So she suffered with some disease and she got sick. When she got sick, her husband have to return back for the office. So husband promised that you stay here and I'll pay for your medicine and I'll give you a certain amount every month till you recover. Once you get recovered, then you come back to my place. So wife agreed on that okay, it was a contract that he's promising that he's going to give me a certain amount every month So husband have given an amount for a certain time, for some time. After that, he stopped giving. The moment husband have stopped giving the amount, wife filed a case in a court that there was a contract. My husband promised me that he is going to pay me every month till I recovered from the disease, but he stopped paying. Now, observation of a court. Now, court decided that no contract formed. How can we take this as a contract, where husband is promising the wife that I am going to pay you a certain amount for every month till you recover? There cannot be a contract like this. Even when a husband has stated this, there is no intention to create a legal relationship. At the same time, that is not a legal proposal and contract not formed. So every time we have to check whether in a proposal there is an intention to create a legal relationship or not. Now, whether you able to understand the case, or if there is any doubt, I will repeat again. Akarshan, role number 10.
Sir, just a minute. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Akarshan. Did you understand what we have discussed till now?
Sir, I just wanted you to explain the last exam, this dispute between husband and wife. Once again, I was drinking water, so I couldn't say it.
Okay. Other than that,
Yes, sir.
everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Akarshan, this is for everyone. I am repeating the matter again. So the case is between husband and wife, Mr. Belfour and Mrs. Belfour. So that's why it is commonly known as Belfour versus Belfour. Okay. And regarding the relevancy of a case, cases help you to understand the concept more. And cases also comes with an authority that if anything decided in a particular case, then we can quote it in an authoritative manner that the point is this because the court have decided this in a particular case. So that's why I have tried to shortlist some cases which are helpful and relevant here. So Belfour versus Belfour, there is a place Ceylon, C-Y-L-O-N. So husband and wife living together. Husband is working there. They both went for the holidays to London. When they reaches London, Mrs. Belfour got sick. So she suffered from some disease and she got sick. Now what happened? Mr. Belfour have to return back due to he have to join the office. So he promised her wife, his wife, that you stay here. First you recover from this disease, then you come back to our place. That is a Ceylon. So you stay back at London, and for staying back, I am going to pay you a certain amount every month till you get recovered. Wife have taken this statement as a proposal. Wife has accepted that. Wife has stayed back. 6 months, approx 6 months, the husband paid the amount. After 6 months, he stopped paying the amount. When he stopped paying the amount, wife filed a case in a court against her husband, stating that there is a contract. My husband promised me to give a certain amount every month, but he stopped paying and I'm still sick. Court stated that there's no contract because whatever the statement given by a husband, that is just a social arrangement that we cannot take as a contract, or that we cannot claim that it was a proposal because there is no intention to create a legal relationship. These things often happens between husband and wife. We cannot take these things as a contract. So this is what Balfour versus Balfour is. Akarshan, is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So Akarshan, one question also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any expensive item you are having?
So, a phone,
Which company?
OnePlus.
Okay. Can you give it to me?
So, for a price,
Whether genuinely you are asking for a price or you are just saying for the sake of saying.
for the sake of saying it.
Exactly. So that means there is no intention to create a legal relationship. Intention is very casual, because casually I have asked that, Akarshan, do you have any expensive items? So Akarshan stated yes, a cell phone. Then I reverted back, would you like to sell it? Akarshan stated, okay, what price? I stated 50,000. Akarshan said, okay, take it. So when the moment he said, okay, take it, again, it's a casual response. Even after I accepted, he's not going to give it to me, or I am not going to give money to him. So these were the casual statement. There is no intention to create a legal relationship. So like this, we can shortlist and we can check this, that whether there is an intention to create a legal relationship or not. So thank you, Akarshan. You can mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the fourth rule. Okay, mere statement is not a proposal or it's not an offer. So landmark case regarding this is Harvey versus Facey. So mere statement is not a proposal or mere statement is not an offer. There can be several statements given. Just by giving a statement, it doesn't mean that proposal is given. Proposal must be in the form of a request. Proposal must be given with an intention to get the assent, to get the answer from the other party. So there may be the statement, we cannot take it as a proposal. Okay, so let us check the example also. Prachi Kukreja, roll number 66. Prachi, whether you were in a class?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Prachi. So, Prachi, the rule is that only statement is not a proposal. So let us check that how this rule works. Okay. So, Prachi, a question from my side to you, that what is an approx cost of your house?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, hypothetical. Okay, just take it an approx cost.
Sir, I think 4 lakh.
4 lakh. Okay, I am giving you 4 lakh. Now your house is mine. Possible?
No, sir.
Prachi have not stated that she want to sell it. I have asked for the price. She has just quoted the price. So that means that is just merely a statement. Okay. Now take it from the other side. So Prachi, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
So I am giving one statement that Prachi might be, or maybe the cost of my house is 1 crore 30 lakhs. Now, if Prachi says, okay, take 1 crore 30 lakhs, your house is mine. That was just a mere statement given by me. Actually, that is not a proposal. That is just a statement. So we need to check every time that whenever proposal is given, maybe there will be only a statement. So mere statement is not a proposal. So we have to check this concept. Prachi, thank you. You can mute yourself and you can switch your video off. Now, this case, please listen the case very minutely. Please check very minutely because some details were within the lines itself. So what happened here? Harvey, this person Harvey, he wrote, he telegraphed to Facey that will you sell your bumper hall pen? Bumper hall pen is basically a property of Facey. That is the name of the property, bumper hall pen. So Harvey telegraph Facey that will you sell your bumper hall pen? Telegraph lowest price. Now what happened? Facey received the telegraph. He responded that the lowest price of bumper hall pen is 900 pounds. Again, Harvey responded, okay, deal, final, I'll pay 900 pounds as asked by you. Facey denied to enter into a contract. So what happened? Harvey filed a case in a court that there was a contract. He stated the price and I have consented for that. I have given a proposal. He received the proposal. Then he stated the price. I have consented it. Contract form. Now he's saying that I am not going to give you my property. So let me ask Pratik Modi, roll number 68. Pratik. So I am marking absent. Okay, Manav Shah is absent. Kuljit Singh.
Present, sir.
Kuljit is here. Kuljit, have you heard the facts?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Whether the contract formed?
No, sir.
Reason?
Sir, he was only stating merely only. And out of joke or something, he was just stating that my bumper hall pen is of 900 pounds.
No. It is not a joking because he have written it in a letter.
Oh.
So Harvey telegraphed it in writing.
Okay.
And Facey telegraphed the price in writing. Now what is your view?
Sir, anywhere if written, it becomes in a legal format.
It's written, yes. Whether a contract formed?
No,
Okay, Kuljit, so think on it. Okay, we are going to discuss. Think on it. You can mute yourself and switch off your video also. So Anandita Swen, roll number 1.
Yes, sir.
So Anandita, what is your view?
Sir, no, this is not a contract.
Reason?
Somebody might be asking just like that the price. That doesn't mean that he or she wants to buy it.
Okay, please listen the proposal again. Harvey, in a written format, given a proposal to Facey that will you sell your bumper hall pen? Question mark. Then he written telegraph lowest price, or you can say it, please tell me the lowest price. Facey responded that the lowest price of bumper hall pen is 900 pounds. So Anandita, again a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Now, whether a contract formed?
No, sir.
Reason? Okay, confused.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll give the answer. You can mute yourself. You can switch off your video. So in this case, what happened? The court have observed very minutely regarding the proposal. What is the proposal? The proposal is, will you sell your bumper hall pen? That whether you want to sell your bumper hall pen and telegraph the lowest price. Please tell me the lowest price. What Facey responded, Facey doesn't responded the first question. That is, will you sell your bumper hall pen? This Facey not responded. But the second question Facey responded. The second question is, kindly telegraph the lowest price. So Facey telegraphed the lowest price of bumper hall pen, that is 900 pounds. But Facey never intended to enter into a contract with Harvey because Facey have not responded the first question. So court have stated that contract doesn't comes into existence. Contract not formed. Contract not formed. So why contract not formed? Because the first question is not answered. And the amount which stated by Facey is just merely a statement. That is not an acceptance of a proposal. That is just a statement. That's it. I hope you got the point. Point number 6. So invitation to proposal, invitation to treat, invitation to offer is not a proposal. Okay. So now,
Sir,
6th point, yes.
sir, you called me, sir. I got disconnected.
It's all right. Pratik, it's all right.
Okay, sir.
So 6th point is related to the invitation to proposal. So please remember one thing very, very important, that the stages of a contract start with proposal. Legality or contract in a legal form, proposal is the beginning of a contract. Whereas there is a concept which is called as invitation to proposal, which is not a part of a contract. It is just an invitation to proposal. So first, let me ask you questions. Let me check. Atishay Jain, roll number 29.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning, Atishay. So, Atishay, whether you are a resident of Bhubaneswar?
No, sir, I am from Odisha, but not from Bhubaneswar.
You're from which place?
Baleshwar, Odisha. I'm from Baleshwar.
So, whether there are auto services at that place?
Yes, sir, auto services.
Can you name any famous place there?
Sir, DRDO.
DRDO?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what happened? There's an auto driver
Yes,
who
sir.
is shouting, DRDO chalo, DRDO chalo. Let's go to DRDO.
Yes, sir.
So he's shouting like this, that DRDO chalo. And
Yes,
the people or the students who like to go to DRDO, they are approaching the driver because the auto driver is shouting for this.
Yes, sir.
So whether shouting of the auto driver saying that DRDO chalo, whether it was a proposal.
No, sir, it was not a proposal.
Reason?
Sir, it was only an invitation, not a proposal.
What is the logic behind that?
Sir, he was only, the auto driver was offering that to go to DRDO, but that was not a proposal between the two person.
So from where the proposal begin?
Sir, between the sir, if we ask the proposal to a particular person, then it's a proposal. But
okay, I'll make it clear. So
yes,
please check one thing very important.
yes, sir.
whatever Atisha is saying, so though he's saying correctly, but the logic he not able to give. Logic I'll give. I'll assist Atisha. So what happened when an auto driver started shouting that DRDO chalo, let's go to DRDO. He is inviting the normal public that please come and give me a proposal that you want to go to DRDO. I have given a statement that I am going to DRDO. Then you give a proposal to me that you want to go to DRDO. That is one thing. If we take the shouting of the auto driver that it is a proposal, then see what the chaos will be. So if we take it as a proposal that DRDO chalo is a proposal from the side of auto driver. So Atisha, how many people can be accommodated in a auto?
The maximum 3.
Legally?
Yes, sir.
How many?
3.
If we talk about the student may be 10 or 12, maybe adjusted.
Yes, sir.
Thodi si jagah de do, I'll adjust.
Yes, sir.
So legally, how much space is there for three people?
Yes, sir. 3 people.
So let us take it 3.
Yes,
so
sir.
now what happened? If we take it as proposal, DRDO chalo, 6 students turned up. They want to go to DRDO, and all of them were saying that your proposal accepted by us.
Yes, sir.
Once it is accepted, it becomes a contract. But there is a place only for 3.
Yes, sir.
What about the remaining 3? The remaining 3 will say that you have breached the contract, you have given a proposal, I have accepted it, now you are not taking me to their place.
Yes.
Give me a compensation then. So there will be a chaos if we take it as a proposal. It is not a proposal. It is actually invitation to proposal, or we can say it is an invitation to treat or invitation to offer. That means they are inviting that please come and give me a proposal. Who wants to go? Now suppose 6 people turned up and they have given a proposal to auto driver that we want to go. Now it's up to auto driver. He can choose only 3. He can accept the proposal of only 3 people because 3 can be accommodated.
Yes, sir.
So what happened? 3 old age people he picked. Okay, you come with us. The remaining 3 proposals were rejected. So it's fine. Proposal rejected comes to an end. So this is what I want to clarify, that we need to check between proposal and invitation to proposal.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you can switch it off. Okay, let us check 2 or 3 more examples. So let me check who is going to answer now. Prachi Dhar, roll number 65. Prachi, are you in a class?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Prachi, switch on your video also.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Prachi. So, Prachi, we were discussing invitation to proposal. Have you done a shopping in the shopping mall?
Yes, sir.
The clothes or any item in a shopping mall with a price tag, whether it's a proposal to us.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so the answer here is no. That is just invitation to proposal. They are inviting us that please come and give us a proposal. So where the proposal start, the moment we pick any kind of goods, any kind of cloth, and we place those things on the cash counter, that we are giving a proposal that we want to purchase this particular item. Then the option given to the company through the cashier, whether they can accept, they can reject, they can say, okay, you cannot purchase it due to this factor. It's all right. So anything which is with a price tag we see in the shopping malls, that is actually invitation to proposal. That is not a proposal. The moment we pick the items and we place the item on a cash counter, at that point of time, proposal starts. Prachi, is that clear? Okay, another question for you again. Have you done any kind of shopping on OLX?
No, sir.
Anyone have done? Prachi, you can mute yourself and switch off the video. Anyone have used the services of OLX?
Yes, sir.
Please switch on your video also.
Yes, sir.
So, Hansraj, you have used the services of OLX. What do you have purchased?
No, sir, I have sold.
You sold it?
Yes, sir.
So when you have given an advertisement on OLX, whether it was a proposal?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was a invitation to proposal.
You are inviting normal public that this is my thing, I want to sell it. Those who are interested, please come and give me a proposal.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
So many people may have called you that, okay, I would like to purchase, but for this amount.
Yes, sir.
But for they have bargained that I want to purchase it for this amount.
Yes, sir.
So you might have opted or chosen the best proposal given to you.
Yes, sir.
So this is how the OLX work, that whatever the things, even you can switch it off, Hansraj. Even when you go to Amazon to purchase anything, to Flipkart, that is just invitation to proposal. Okay, that is not a proposal itself. They are inviting the public that please come and give us a proposal. All right. So that is all for this class, and we'll wait for 10 to 15 minutes as a break. I'll continue the session. That means I'm not going to end the meeting, and don't disconnect yourself. So let me just take the attendance. Anandita Swain.
Present, sir.
Abhishek Biswal.
Present, sir.
Abhishek Swain.
Present, sir.
Abhishek Chandra.
Present, sir.
Abdunil Malik.
Present, sir.
Adarsh Khandelwal.
Present, sir.
Aditya Anand. Afreen.
Present, sir.
Afsana.
Present, sir.
Akarshan.
Present, sir.
Akash.
Present, sir.
Akshariti. Akshita.
Present, sir.
Alicia.
Present, sir.
Aman Weber.
Present, sir.
Amandeep.
Present, sir.
Amlan.
Present, sir.
Anand Kumar. Andano.
Present, sir.
Aniket.
Present, sir.
Animesh.
Present, sir.
Ankit Kumar.
Present, sir.
Ankita Kumari.
Present, sir.
Anshika.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Purva Tomar. Arpita Agarwal.
Present, sir.
Arun Nayak. Atishay.
Present, sir.
Atul Sandeep. Kavita Lakra.
Present, Satul.
Present, sir.
Ayush Mishra.
Present, sir.
Varsha Rani.
Present, sir.
Vipul.
Present, sir.
Viswajit. Chaitya Swarup.
Present, sir.
Vishwajit present, sir.
Chirag Jain.
Present, sir.
Deepshikha Das.
Present, sir.
Devi Vandana.
Present, sir.
Divyesh.
Present, sir.
Isha.
Present, sir.
Faizan.
Present, sir.
Gautam. Hansraj.
Present, sir.
Hargovind. Harryward.
Present, sir.
Ritik.
Present, sir.
Ishtadeep. Kushal. Kaushal.
Present, sir.
Kriti. Diljit.
Present, sir.
Lavlina,
Present, sir.
Manav Shah, Mansita Mishra, Mrinal Das,
Present, sir.
Neil Viswas,
Present, sir.
P. Pavani,
Present, sir.
Ayal,
Present, sir.
Paushali,
Present, sir.
Prachi,
Present, sir.
Pragyashri,
Present, sir.
Prateek,
Present, sir.
Pratham Agarwal,
Present, sir.
Pratisha.
Present, sir.
Okay, so yes,
Sir, you have not taken my name.
I have not taken your name.
Yes, sir.
Your enrollment number?
66.
Prachi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am marked now.
Thank you, sir. Sir, and Akhya Kriti also said that her voice is not going. She
Okay,
had
okay,
texted it
fine,
in Zoom.
fine. So Akshariti, I have marked present. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So let us meet after 15 minutes. I am not disconnecting it. So we'll meet after 15 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so let us begin our second session. I hope you all are back.
Yes, sir.
Not. Only one. Prachi is back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. So let us begin. Please confirm whether my